Everyone, welcome back to Nifty Trendline Trader channel. So today's date is July 17th, and before I talk about my today's trades, let me quickly give you some insights about pre-market analysis I have done. So before the market has opened, when I looked at GIFT Nifty, it was indicating a slight gap up of 25 plus points. So as usual, I had waited for my first candle to close in order to give us some you know observation about how the market would move up. So if you look at the first candle, it has taken good support at the central pivot point at 24103, and it has closed above the high of July 15th price. So I was planning to take 24050 put sell, but I did not enter that immediately after the first candle because my stop loss would be somewhere below 24103, so which doesn't fit to our risk reward. So I had to wait for further more candles because I was hoping that the price would take some retracement and it will come near to the previous day's high, which is at 24186.50. So I was patiently waiting for my second candle, and second candle took good support again at 24231.30. And then the third candle, when it started to show a bullish momentum on the upside. So then I had taken my first trade at 24050 put sell. So when I saw the third candle started making more upside, and so the fourth candle actually had given some signs of reversal, because if I look at the trend line which I had been relying on whenever I have taken my trade. So when I have taken my first put sell, so this was my trend line. So if you look at the fourth candle, which is a red candle, so if you look at the fourth candle, it has closed below the low of third candle. So looking at that, it gave me some indication that now the price is going to make a reversal. So once the red candle started showing up, then I had closed my first trade of 24050. Then I have taken a second trade in the other direction, which is call sell. So I have taken my second trade of 24300 call sell when I saw that the fourth candle has given some reversal. So but again, it didn't go as per my expectation. The second trade, which is 24300 call sell, again ended up in loss, because the fifth candle exactly took support at the first candle high, which is 24231.30, and it moved up. Then I again closed my second trade because it didn't work as per my expectation. So I closed my second trade. Then I have taken my third trade, which is 24100 put sell, because I realized that the price is not going to come down, instead it might move up furthermore. Then I have taken my third trade, which is 24100 put sell, but my third trade has been too early, because my third trade did not happen after the closure of the fifth candle. So while the fifth candle started, when it started showing the initial signs of bullishness, that's when I entered my third trade. But during the candle momentum, I could see a lot of ups and downs of the candle. The price was not sustaining up, it was trying to move down and then move up. So looking all of that, at some point even the third trade started showing some loss. So looking at it, I had exit my third trade as well, which is my 24100 put sell. So overall it was three trades, and all three trades it ended up in loss. And so then my overall PNL has been in a loss of around 850 plus rupees. Then immediately I think my emotions got triggered. Then I have taken my option buying trades to cover up my losses for today. So I had to take few trades to cover up the losses of 850 plus rupees which I had from the first 3 days. 3 trades. So I have taken few option buying trades to cover up my losses, and I was able to make some profit from the option buying trades. But overall, whatever I did today, even though I closed my day positive, but it is completely not as per my rules, as per my trading plan. It is not as per my discipline, which is something I have to accept. And it is very important that I do not do any kind of revenge trading, and ability to accept the loss is the key lesson which I have learned today, because this is my sixth video in my channel regarding the Nifty option selling. If you look at my last 5 trading videos, all 5 days it has been ended up in profit. So somewhere in my mind was not ready to accept the loss. So my past mindset has again triggered, where it took some revenge trades to cover up my losses, right? But that is not something I am really happy about, because I was more inclined towards following my rules, discipline, sticking to the trading plan, and not taking more than 2 trades. So if the first trade ended up in loss, I will usually look for second trade, and even if the second trade ends in loss, then that has to be my end of trade for today. But that is not something I did not follow diligently, and moving forward, definitely I'll accept this as a lesson and make sure that I do not repeat such mistakes, because following rules is very very important. But today we are now working with one lot, and later if we increase the lot size, and if such kind of impulse trades if we take, then definitely it will hit very badly on the overall capital. So capital preservation is also very very important, and that will happen only if we follow the rules properly, which is something which I completely didn't follow today. But definitely I'll continue to follow all my rules with high discipline. So this is about the trades which I have taken. Now let me look at the trades which I have taken. So if you look at my overall PNL, it is 936 rupees, which I completely do not like at all. But if you look at my order books, right, so as I said, my first trade is for 24050 put sell, where I have taken it for 66 rupees, and then as I said, when it started showing reversal, then I had to exit my first trade with some loss. Then immediately I jumped onto my second trade, which is 24300 call sell at 1119 at 82.75. then I have closed this at 86.55 with some loss. Then my third trade, which is at 24100 put sell with an average price of 84.45. so even this had given me some loss, as I mentioned. Then I have taken few option buying trades of 24300 put for 178.90, and when price moved to 181.60 I closed it. Then I have taken a few more trades to cover up all the losses I had from the first 3 trades. So overall, even though the day ended positive, but this is not the day which I am really proud of. So I completely accept my mistakes and make sure that it doesn't repeat next time. So this is all about my today's trade. Hope you all liked my trading plan. I do not wanted to hide any such days where I did mistakes. I wanted to make sure I am transparent and be genuine to all of you, so that I will be completely accountable on whatever I do. Right? So hope you all like my video. So if you like it, please do share, comment and subscribe. Looking forward to meet you all in our next trading video on July 20. Thank you all. Thanks for watching.